What's going on, everyone? It is Foul Play here, and we are back for another Modern League. Now, doing something a little bit different here today. Reincorporating Lurus back into the deck, and also Graveyard Hay. Why am I doing this? Well, Lurus allows us to recast cards like Seal of Primordium or Soul Guide Lantern from our graveyards. Soul Guide Lantern can also draw you a card. And the reason why I'm doing this, including these cards, why I think it's important, is the Hammer Time deck with Pure Steel Paladin, Stoneforge Mystic, Lurus, all of that. Making a big splash, lots of people are picking it up, lots of people are playing it. It's basically the deck to beat at the moment. So I'm gearing my deck towards that, towards the hype of the deck, trying to make the most of it and clean up on some tickets, you know, all that good stuff. So as far as everything's concerned, I have actually minused a couple of cards from the main deck. I minused out one Spirit Mantle, one Spirit Link, to make room for two main deck Soul Guide Lanterns. This is so I can get sort of like enough Graveyard Hate in, and Soul Guide Lantern has like the added bonus of sacking it to draw a card. It's not completely dead. Obviously, there's still like a lot of Uro decks or Omnath decks which utilize the graveyard, and Prowess decks utilize the graveyard. Like Soul Guide Lantern, worst case scenario, you can sack it to draw a card. Seems we've got Lurus as our companion again. Having a card like that, which can sort of reoccur card draw, seems pretty good to me. Seems pretty worth doing. So land base wise, we're running our stock 20 list of lands with the 4 fetches and like 4 of everything, except for the 2 basic plains, the 1 basic forest, and the dried arbor over there. Running our stock list of creatures, our mostly stock list of auras. So we've got obviously our 4 ethereal armor, our 4 hyena umbra, our 4 rancor, and our 4 daybreak. Got Grispoon there at 3, and then 1 elves for our spirit link, our spider umbra, and our spirit mantle. Full set of 4 paths in the main, Soul Guide Lanterns as said before. Sideboard wise, we are making way for this Seal of Primordium. Should be pretty spicy, should be pretty good. Torporob's still going to be in there for any Skyclave decks we might verse. We've got like a 1-of random Gadok Tig in case we verse Tron. Good against the control decks as well, like the Onmath control. Still, big fan of Heroic Intervention. I think that could be quite good at protecting our board against the Paladin Hammer Time deck. Yep, ley lines in there. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise for anyone. So take this one, get into the league. Obviously, I have got the surgical extraction in there as well. I think surgical extraction can be like really quite strong, because it does actually target and like remove all their Colossus hammers from the deck. Okay, so we won the Dyra. That means playtime up against Sam. And choose our companion. Lurus is back. Feels good. Opponent is on Obosh, so like a mono red prowess, I imagine. We don't have any creatures. We can fetch out a dried arbor, but then it's like no toughness. So obviously a bad hand. We could do better than this. Alright, this hand's better. We're looking for Aura and Daybreak, which in order to enable Daybreak and white mana, it's a little bit sketchy still. I think we can do better again. Alright, sweet. We found the hand. We're going to keep it. Bottom. Done. So, like, worst thing would be Blood Moon, but we do actually beat Blood Moon with this hand. Beat main deck Castle Lake's return as well. So, yeah, the big thing to dodge is like Blast Zone or Ratchet Bomb here. Hopefully my opponent just skips the turn, doesn't do anything, looks to chump block, doesn't waste his time attacking or something. I don't know. I think we're pretty good. We've got the Daybreak. Alright, looks like he is attacking, getting it for 1. Probably some light up the stages post-combat. Oh, instant speed effect with the lightning bolt? Sure. So 5 damage coming at our face. It does that before blockers step, interestingly enough. So there's the light up the stage. And Blood Moon and Bomac Courier and Ethereal Armor. Alright, we win. Ethereal Armor, excellent draw there. Yes, we would have been in the same position if we'd have kept the Griffspoon pretty well. It might have been slightly safer because they wouldn't be able to block us at all. But fortunate to get past that Blood Moon there, certainly. Seal of Primordium does not seem as good to me as a card like Force of Vigor would here against the Blood Moon, right? I don't really think we want our Graveyard Hate, so these Soulguide Lanterns can come out. I usually bring out like all my copies of Core Spirit Dancer as well. I think it's fine. If the game goes on sort of long, we've got Lurrus anyway, right? Although, like, 3 seal might be too much. It might be enough. Oh, let's submit it. Go with that. Test it out. See what happens. Certainly looks like a keep to me. Opponent also keeping a 7. Oh, turn 1 do nothing? That's slightly terrifying. Alright, let's play out a guy. And pass the turn. Get a 3/3 down with this Ethereal Armor. I have a feeling like they've either got Blood Moon or like a Ratchet Bomb, a Blast Zone, something along those lines. Like, they wouldn't keep a hand with no turn 1 creature if they didn't have some pretty significant interaction, right? If we don't fetch this, we don't sort of beat Blood Moon. I think we want to fetch for the basic planes here. It does lock us off green though, which could be an issue. We do have like good auras and Path's interaction though. Hopefully it doesn't get us, but if they play like a Soul Scour Mage and then do a Kozilek's Return, and our creature shrinks to like 1 power, then obviously like there is a decent amount that can go wrong here. But you know, we'll just opponent concedes. Alright, easy life. I don't know what that hand was, that was weird. So we won the die roll again up against Wisheng Shibi, something along those lines. Can't keep this hand. Don't want to keep this hand. Alright, we've found one. I'm gonna keep this one. Bottom Dried Arbor Forest and kick things off. So going like this, obviously keeping our colors so we can get double white by turn 2. Hopefully we don't get too destroyed by a Thoughtseize. There it is. Alright, well, Ethereal Arm down. And I'm gonna have to win this one the hard way. Aura on top. No aura on top. Yikes. Alright, well. Mulder 5, get Thoughtseized. Let's go. Go team. Mystic Sanctuary deck. I think we just want to get the Temple Garden here. They probably got like Field of Rune in their deck, right? And all that good stuff. Griffspoon, not too bad. Play it out. We're almost at the sort of manner where we can put Lurrus into our hand, but we might not want to because they might be holding a discard spell back. At the same time, we might not have a huge amount of choice. Also, fetching like Dried Arbor in the previous turn delays our Lurrus, right? Swamp Forest Island. I think we want to be aggressive here. I doubt we need like the Brazen Burrow. Slippery Bogle. Beautiful draw. Get in there for those 2 juicy points of damage. So here, like, putting Lurrus into our hand, potentially, like, makes it get hit by removal, like a Thoughtseize, right? But then it switches them off their Cryptic command if they do that, so... I think it's worth, you know, cycling to hand sort of thing, right? So, ditch this Canopy. See what we find. Oh, we do find a good one. Just gonna attack for 2. I'm pretty sure if he has a Cryptic, he's just gonna counter it. I don't want to lose the 2 points of damage in that case either. Shouldn't really disrupt our clock too much, hopefully. See what they do to this. Cryptic, counter draw. Oh, we sort of predicted that that was what was coming. That's why we didn't play out our Lurrus, right? But now they have Thoughtseize and Cryptic mana, potentially. They go for Uro. Well, with that one on the stack, we can go for our Path to Exile here. Get rid of that one for now. They can Mana Leak, they can Remand. Most likely Mana Leak with what they're running in the deck, right? Alright, so, you know, whatever. Uro happens, goes to the graveyard. They can play a land. They're tapped out other than that one land, though. So if we draw a land here, we can get Ethereal Armor back from the grave. We don't draw it, but Soul Guide Lantern is pretty darn good, right? I'll take that one. Get rid of that Uro. Main deck Graveyard Hate. I'm also gonna. Oh wait, I don't have to pay mana to do this. Exile each opponent's graveyard here. I might just want to sack it to draw a card there. Actually, I thought it was Relic for a second. I think it's okay, but it's not great. Opponent with like a Jace. All right. He's fate sealing me. What's he doing with the scry? He's leaving it on top. I don't really want to cast Lurrus into open mana like this. And I also kind of want to keep this Jace in check. I'll play out this other Bogle here, and then ship the turn back to our opponent. This match would have gone a lot better if we weren't like down on 2 resources from the mulligan, and you know, Thoughtseize taking our best aura by getting the Ethereal Armor. Now he's choosing the Brainstorm mode. River of Tears. All right. Draw Griffspoon. Yep, sure. We'll just go ahead and cast that Griffspoon. Put it down on this other Bogle. And look to attack Jace with both. Tap all my creatures, draw a card. So, like, Archmage's Charm, Mana Leak here. I don't really like casting Lurrus still. I think we'll just chill. He was probably going to Mystic Sanctuary it back. That would be a really good reason to hold the Soul Guide Lantern, by the way. I definitely misplayed the second part of Soul Guide Lantern. Because what we exile? Cryptic Command... Mana Leak, Thoughtseize. Maybe it wasn't completely awful, but we're opening ourselves up to this Cryptic lock, right? And now he gets to draw an extra card each turn with Jace. So I think we're just sort of screwed. What's he tapping mana for? That was 4 mana. What, you got Damnation? You've got main deck Damnation, dude. You kidding me? Get out of here, you. And we go for Lurrus. There's the Archmage's Charm. I think we can just concede. Yeah, we got tempoed out by our mulligan. That's a shame, but I guess it happens, whatever. So Heroic Intervention seems good. Surgical Extraction seems excellent. We've already got Graveyard Hate, so I don't really think Path to Exile is going to be that fantastic here. It's a shame because he's got Thoughtseers. It makes me kind of want Leyline, but at the same time, it disables Lurrus, and Lurrus can be really, really fantastic here. I think maybe if we remove 3 path, remove 1 core. Alright, let's go with that one. Unfortunately, like, we definitely suffered the fate of the nerfed companion there, right? Back when 3 mana just puts it into play, we probably win that game. But you know, not when it's doing that. All right, man. Like, what's with these hands? Fucking down to 4. Are you kidding me? Yeah, sweet, good, cool, good hand here. Good times. Get ready for that. Thoughtseers to strip away our only aura. Then, you know... Oh, no Thoughtseers. Bargain. Go team. Alright. So... Yeah. Might have to be worried about, like, Liliana of the Veils post-board. So Windswept Heath might need to stay, like, uncracked for a Dryad Arbor, right? We're now, like, approaching the Mana Leak zone. Yes, we attack. If they Snapcast a Mage and we lose our guy, we can put Lurrus to hand and then probably never resolve it. But we're not, like, winning this game if we don't attack, so... I should really be playing the Windswept Heath there. That's bad. Hopefully we don't just get Liliana'd here. Maybe we do want the ley lines. I don't know, they feel kind of bad. And then we board Lurrus in as well. Lurrus wouldn't be a bad sideboard, like a bad card to top deck. Get off the top of our library, right? And, well, there's the Engineered Explosives. Kind of don't want to crack this Horizon Canopy, because my opponent can... If he, like, activates this during my combat step, I'm going to want to cast Lurrus, get Glade Cover Scout back. What's he doing now? So it feels pretty bad against the Damnation as well. I'm sort of regretting like bottoming those Heroic Interventions, and we haven't shuffled them back in. Oh wow, we top deck one. It's pretty fortunate. Mana's like still very awkward though, but I think we play it. Alright, sweet. We get the damage across. Looks like they're going for an end step. See what happens here. Alright, we get the Indestructible. Bargain. Now we're battling the Cryptic Mana range. And Damnation? No, they can't Damnation there. What's this? The enchantment that untaps lands? 3 mana? So you're just going for a Field of Ruin activation? Jace's Mind Sculptor. Okay. Looking at the top card of his own library. Keeping it on top. Well, we've seen the Field of Ruin. We sort of called it earlier on. I think this is the time to cycle the Horizon Canopy. We find more mana. Hopefully an aura. Not enough of an aura, but it's an aura we can put on the Lurus, so that's pretty strong. But Lurus can, at best, go to hand this turn. We need to get this under counter magic, right? I think attacking Jace is right here. Pressure the kill, and then we just put our companion to hand. Companion can obviously get discarded here as well, but not much I can do about that. Yeah, this was like a mulligan to 4. Heroic Intervention turned out to be like very good there. But yeah, like if we just have proper resources, it's not going to be the big issue, right? Currently, we have no targets in the graveyard for Lurus either, so we don't get any value off him. Uro time. Alright, well, his graveyard's pretty small at the moment. Hopefully we find some graveyard hate. Oh my goodness, we find some graveyard hate. Do we find some graveyard hate ever? Jeez. So Lurus might be baiting surgical extraction here. Might be bait for surgical extraction. Get Jace off the table and yeah, go for Lurus. Mana leak, rats. Damn, we can't pay it. End step. Cast targeting the Uro, paying the life. Don't I get to look at their hand as well? Alright, I guess I'm looking at library first. Where's his hand? How do I search his hand? 4 cards in hand. Where's his hand? Oh, it's underneath here. So he's got Jace, Mana Leak, and Field. Okay. Probably should have taken a screenshot of that library, right? Damn. Oh, he's ticking up the Jays. Let's attack Jace. His life total's too high. At least we got rid of like all the Uros though, so that's a big plus. I love how like so many other like attack hand effects like reveal the hand, like Kite Sail Freebooter reveals the hand twice and saves it in your viewed column, and a card like Surgical Extraction just doesn't for some reason, which is very odd to me. Oh, opponent's topped the top card in my library with the Jace there. Definitely just looking to attack out, kill this Jace the Mind Sculptor if we can. Although they're gonna get like 3 zombies to block with. Field of Dead is like so obnoxious, man. Really obnoxious. Okay. Oh, and there's like a Field of Ruin token as well. We do draw an aura. And another aura. It's not an aura, but it's something. We do know about Mana Leak. We can pay for Mana Leak. They've drawn the Archmage's Charm. We can get rid of Mana Leak sort of for good. This doesn't seem like a good spot to attack. Them having Jace is irritating, but I'm going to be wasting Heroic Intervention here. They've got the Mana Leak. I can still technically play around Mana Leak if I top deck auras, like 1 mana auras. Obviously, activation of the Polluted Delta gets him another zombie token. So, like, even if I get the attack there, deal the damage. Now, this Field of Dead is, like, winning the game for our opponent, right? What's he casting? 4 mana. Uro? Oh, I didn't get rid of the Uro from the graveyard? Oh, shit, man. I'm a nupty. That was something else, man. We like just draw auras, like we might actually be able to do something as well, but we're just not seeing any auras, right? But yeah, definitely not exiling that Uro from the graveyard was a massive oversight. I don't know how we get out of this. Like, we at least had a chance if we exiled that Uro from the graveyard, but I forgot it was even in there. We try for the path now. They do have Mana Leak. Hopefully they don't have anything else. There's the Archmage's Charm as well. They've got 10 damage there, and yeah, whatever. Concede. I guess we path like before that or something. Yeah. Misplays and bad luck. So, moving on to match 3. We lost the Daro. We got a pretty reasonable looking hand. We got Bogle, the Armor, and Coronet. Little land heavy, but hopefully it's good. It should get us there. Alright. So, a snow-covered island. White aura is a good start. Throw down the Bogle and pass the turn. Double aura, attack for 3 next turn, gain 3 life. Seems decent. They topped a card, by the way, as well. Not super excited about that one. Let's go for the Ethereal Armor now. Okay, that resolves. Spirit Link, I assume, resolves as well then. And we get a nice little attack for 3, gain some life. And see what happens after that. Maybe he's got 2 more ops in end stepped. Seems weird he didn't have interaction at 2 mana. Polluted Delta now. So you'd assume this is like Archmage's Charm territory. don't really think we want to jam Coronet into an Archmage's Charm. I'd prefer to look for a different aura, jam that. Unfortunately, we're flooding out pretty hard. Like, would you keep a 4-lander? Drawn like one aura and one non-aura. But I don't like doing that into open mana there. Right. Sort of scared of Damnation as well. This looks like a blue-black control deck. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on at the moment. Hallowed Fountain, so it's a blue-white control deck. Snapcaster Mage opt. Alright. Wonder if they're running the old running if they're running the old Terminus or the Supreme Verdict. Both would be pretty good against us at the moment. They bottomed that card with the second opt, the flashback opt there. What else are we doing? Field of Ruin. Attack my land? Jace, sure. And using the brainstorm mode, draw 3, put 2 back. Yeah, I smell a Terminus here. I really smell a Terminus. Our opponent's pretty low. We really need to draw like a flying or trample aura to kill Jace, or else we're just gonna get stuck. And like obviously Jace can like bounce Lurrus as well, which isn't great for us. Alright, well, we'll attack the Jace. Either they'll have the Terminus or they won't. Might second main this Spider Umbra here, just in case it's Supreme Verdict and not Terminus. Like, I have a pretty good read on Terminus, but just in case, right? I miss out on like one potential life gain there. But maybe, you know, it just lets the attack go through because we didn't play the Umbra pre-combat. I don't know. Maybe they misplay somehow. Double Coronet in hand now. And at some point we're going to need to put this Lurrus into hand. And, you know, another unfortunate thing is, like, as far as tempo is concerned, we really don't have that much. Because we've been spending, like, 4 mana, essentially, cycling these Horizon Canopies. It's getting us pretty bad. So I don't really care what resolves out of Daybreak or Ethereal Armor here. Both are great. Dovin's Veto? Yeah, sure, whatever. Jam the Ethereal now. Put our opponent to 1. Well, I think it's sufficiently worth ignoring Jace at this point, right? Now they can't crack a fetch land to get Mystic Sanctuary. They could just draw and play it. They have got a Jace to help dig. But yeah. So blue-white control, hey? Putting a Dovin's Veto back on top with a Mystic Sanctuary out of the hand. They're choosing to put that back on top. You're 1 point off dead. I guess they've got Snapcaster Mage to jump block and they're looking to counter like a Rancor or a Griffspoon here. Nice, slow, patient game, but I think we'll get there. As long as we avoid Terminus, I'm pretty sure we'll get there. I haven't seen like any triggers going on the stack. I haven't been paying that closer attention, but I haven't seen the triggers go on the stack here. So obviously, cards like Cryptic Command can be played now. Snap Custom Age Jump Block. Interesting. So that reads to me that my opponent's got a Supreme Verdict and a Counterspell. How do we beat Supreme Verdict plus Counterspell? I guess we just put Lurrus to hand here. It seems like the best spot for that. If they Supreme Verdict, it eats up 4 of their mana. They'll have 2 mana up afterwards. Then look to cast a Lurrus, which we can resolve through Mana Leak. Get back the Slippery Bogle, and then put down the Spider Umbra on the Slippery Bogle. Alright, opponent concedes to fetching a land. I don't know if that was a misplay or not, but I'll take it. That definitely felt more like Terminus, more like Supreme Verdict than Terminus then. These paths seem pretty bad. Spirit Link seems pretty bad. Don't forget we've already got the 2 Soul Guide Lanterns in the deck, but we'll be bringing in Surgical Extraction, Gadok Teague, and Heroic Intervention in addition. Could potentially look at some Seal of Primordiums, but I think that might be going a bit deep. I might go 1 Seal over 1 Core, actually. So this time, if we cast Surgical Extraction, let's remember to take the card out of the graveyard as well. Yeah, that was awkward. Alright, so game 2 here. Losing the die. Oh, they get to choose to play first, which they do. This hand is garbage. We throw this one. We'll keep this one. It's a little bit light on things that we want, but Heroic Intervention could be very good here. We've got a creature, we've got an aura, we've got mana. We've got interaction. Sweet. Go team. Opponent's not mystical disputing this, are they? That'd be really upsetting. Do you actually sideboard that in against me? No, okay, God. I always get so scared by that. If I ever verse you and you want to freak me out and you're on blue, do that. Second Scout's definitely staying in hand, just on the off chance that they've got Terminus instead of the Verdict, right? I think I said Scout then, not Soul Guide Lantern. I don't know. Opponent opting, putting a card on the bottom. Hyena Umbra resolves. We go to attacks. We hit in, and I think it's fine playing the Lantern here and getting rid of the ops. We should be getting this past counter magic. It's not really worth something, like, it's not really worth countering, right? So no Snapcaster target there. Although, like, if this is Relic, I can just start tapping it and exiling a card a turn. But, you know, Soul Guide Lantern, I guess, has the added benefit of only exiling our opponent's graveyard. Now set? Alright, whatever. Funky. Reveal Jace. Sure. Let's get a 3-power Bogle here. I really hope this resolves. Kill the Narset off. And then hold up Heroic Intervention in case they do go for Verdict. Verdict's not very high quality because we got double Hyena Umbra out. Might even just cycle this Soul Guide Lantern to draw a card. It's probably not right though. I'm going for the Brainstorm mode on Jace here. There's some control decks, but I will say the Graveyard Hate is nice. This can just sit here. It seems wrong to cycle it. Oh. I think that might be a trap playing that. Let's just attack and kill the Jace, put Lurrus to hand. There's still, like, a good chance that they've got the Terminus, right? And if they've got the Terminus, like, we're just wasting a Daybreak Coronet there. This way we're using our mana efficiently, getting the Lurrus out. We remove the Jace from the table for an efficient amount of damage. All of that. Field of Ruin. Alright. They're almost at the mana where they can hardcast the Supreme Verdict. They find a Teferi. I guess it's getting a plus effect here. Yeah, if we resolve Daybreak, we can kill that. Alright, well, Ethereal Armor will kill it as well. Guessing if they have a counterspell, they're going to take away the Ethereal Armor here, and then we can resolve Coronet afterwards. And then we just have to dodge the Force of Negation at that point. Alright, we dodge the Force of Negation. We kill the Teferi. Sweet. Alright, so lots of pressure on our opponent now. Timely Reinforcements. Yep, it's a good stall card. So you're going to look to put Timely Reinforcements back on top? He does. Okay. So here we're in an interesting spot because we can actually cycle this Soul Guide Lantern. If we draw mana, we can cast like Lurrus and get it back. I think it's worth the risk. Like, they haven't got that much good stuff in their graveyard. Alright, we do draw mana. So that digs us a card deeper. We draw one anyway. Alright, so here I'm definitely fetch shocking. Obviously, Field of Runes still a thing this deck can do, or my opponent's deck can do. We get this Soul Guide back from the graveyard. Maybe Ethereal Armor. I think Soul Guide's right, though. Our creature should just be big enough to win it for us. We'll, of course, get rid of the Mana Leak, which is a spell that they can return. I don't really think they can return their Planeswalkers. I'm not aware of a mode where they return their Planeswalkers. Here comes the Path. I had a pretty good feeling that that was going to happen. That's why I wanted to get, like, the draw effect from it, right? Opponent 4 cards in hand, one of which is Timely Reinforcements. He's probably going to want to hold off on the Timely, so that he can get some Soldier tokens, right? Alright, so we'll get rid of that soldier token. Cast out a Soul Guide Lantern. Get rid of the path now. And then just pass the turn to our opponent. Obviously they're under pressure here. They've got a bit of time from the timely reinforcements that's in hand. But outside of that, they're going to need to get something happening, right? Oh, opponent's thinking about cracking this polluted delta in response. Okay, they don't. Alright, opponent casts out the Narset. Putting Teferi Time Reveler into hand. Now, that's an annoying one. I'm going to start cracking pretty hard here. Hopefully they play the Teferi, essentially tapping out, and then I can crack all these lanterns, look to play something trample-wise. Alright, so they're not doing that. I don't know if I want to crack the lanterns there. I don't think I want to go any lower on cards. I'm just going to look to attack the Narset out here. Play one scout there. It's probably worth going for the ethereal armor on the scout as well. Alright, so this way we're under way less pressure from the timely reinforcements. And if they go for a supreme verdict here, we can heroic intervention. We can't do that with... So let's try for the heroic. But it's a counterspell. It's really good. If not, he's gonna like, oh wow, that resolves. Opponent concedes the game. Huge. Heroic intervention is huge, man. Wow. That's pretty wild, man. That is pretty wild. Obviously what they were going to do was Supreme Verdict, the Scout dies, the Ethereal Armor dies, a Hyena Umbra pops off with replacement effect, they cast the Teferi, they minus the Teferi bouncing the other Ethereal Armor, Daybreak Coronet falls to the graveyard, and I'm left with a 1/1 creature and need to battle through all of that. Dude, Auric Intervention is the real deal, and can draw some cards and all of that, and yes, sweet. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I guess maybe the slightly safer way to play that one, actually, was to let that Supreme Verdict resolve. At which point, he then goes to cast the Teferi. He does the minus ability on the Teferi, and I then cast the... he's not going to have any mana up at that point. So I can cast the Heroic Intervention for free in response to the minus effect. I still keep my 5/5. And, you know, it might be a bit hard to win from there because he's got both a Narset and a Teferi on the board. I can kill, I guess, Narset straight away. Teferi can only tick up. I can exile the Supreme Verdict with a Soul Guide Lantern. But yeah, that wasn't necessarily the right time to cast it, but it paid off. So we won the die roll here up against Sven Sita Sven. And I'm going to select our companion here, be on the play, keep this hand. This hand is great. As per usual, I'm going to lead off on the Horizon Canopy here. It's just, it's worthwhile, right? Like, if my opponent's on a Blood Moon deck, I'm going to want to fetch a basic. There's a Sacred Foundry. Is it Burn? Could just be the Boros Burn deck, Shadow Spear. Okay, never mind. Opponent is on one of them decks. He's probably on like a Colossus Hammer deck here, but like splashing red and going for the Magnetic Theft, right? He could still have Paladin and things like that in the deck, Ornithopters, all of that. Lightning Bolt? Why are you playing Shadow Spear and Lightning Bolt? Wait, what's this? Okay. I'm thoroughly confused as to what my opponent's doing. I'm just going to jam all my auras and attack and kill him. After drawing that other ethereal armor, this is a pretty quick clock, right? They do have access to 3 mana here. We know about what the Sacred Foundry. So it's a Mardu colored deck. Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls is a pretty good one. I think it's worth sacking a Canopy here. Big yikes. Sack this other one. Alright, we find another Griff Spoon. Seasoned Pyromancer. Alright, so Mardu tokens with Shadow Spear randomly. I think we can safely assume that they do have the Stoneforge Mystic, right? Just path this token and attack for the win. Mardu. Well, what are they doing? I want Heroic Interventions because Shadow Sphere plus Path just hits out my creatures, right? They've got a lot of tokens, which is irritating. I think Surgical Extraction could be pretty decent. I'm not completely sold on these Soul Guide Lanterns. Just drag them up this way anyway. Our paths seem like they don't have very much value at all. Torpor Orb actually seems pretty good here as well. I think we bring in Torpor Orb. Maybe go like 2 Core Spirit Dancers, 2 Paths. They're probably going to have Croxer, but Soul Guide Lantern's pretty good interaction for Croxer anyway. If they have Croxer, Torpor Orb slightly worse actually. Oh, and of course they're Mardu, so we have to worry about discard too. Alright. This is kind of complicated. Just remove the paths. Torpor Orb's probably just a bit greedy. Spirit Mantle seems good. Grisburn loses a decent amount of value. Let's go down to 1 Grisburn. Alright, we'll go with that. 'Cause, 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 super like thought invoking sideboarding there. This hand's got very little going for it. Like the Soul Guide interaction with Lingering Souls can remove a Lingering Souls, but that's pretty narrow. The thing I liked about the hand was it had 2 creatures, so like protection from Thoughtseize, right? Dude. Dude. What are these hands? I think we have to keep. Hope they don't have Path, but they're probably going to have Path. Like, out of the removal spells they're going to leave in, it's probably Path over Bolt, right? Surgical Extraction's okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to navigate this game without, like, a turn 1 creature, right? Well, we did get Stoneforge Mystic. I didn't bring in any of my Seal of Primordiums. Oh, Embercleave? Alright, let's get our little Dried Arbor out. Just be aggressive with the like most quotey of quote by attacking for 2 on turn 2. And Dried Arbor is like super fragile here. There's an argument to play Rancor there so I don't get blown out by Path. Hopefully my opponent just taps out. Alright. I'm putting something into play. It's a Battle Skull. Alright. Beautiful. And one of them lands. I guess we look to block the Germ token if it attacks, although then they can just Embercleave, right? They have access to 4 mana next turn. So if they attack with both the Germ and the Stoneforge, they can Embercleave. I can, however, block the Stoneforge and get rid of it. I don't like this. Shocking and Blood Crypt. So now they can't Embercleave, right? Because they've got access to 4 mana. They're attacking with 1 creature. So this costs 3. It costs 5. Sure. We'll see what the possible blowout is. Right, so they can just do that, and when it enters the battlefield, attach it. And it gets double strike trample. Right. Okay. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, we need to like sideboard differently here and get a better hand than what this was. This hand was garbage. And not play so loose. So yeah. Yeah, bad block. Bad block. So they're confused about the totem armor, right? Alright, so we'll get out of this one. Go on to the next one. I guess our graveyard hate's pretty garbage, right? And and our Seal of Primordiums are like way better. Alright, let's run it. So once again, an unkeepable hand, and this hand is also awful. Plus side is Leyline. Core Spirit Dance is super fragile. We could just risk they don't have any Lightning Bolts or Path to Exiles, but I think that's kind of hopeful. Alright, well this hand's going to have to do it. Bottom double creature, and we've at least got a 4-power flyer with Trample. We just need to draw first strike at this point. Keep the lucky poster boy. Alright, so no turn 1 Thoughtseers, and we get like 2 really good auras down. Alright, no discards. Sweet. Alright, we can get an even better aura down now. Go team. Attack for 5, put my opponent to 15. They will deal like they will probably deal damage to themselves this turn. Their mana base has been pretty consistently hurting them all game. Then we can Grispoon, attack for 7, and they're dead in 2 turns. Or is this dude, fuck off. You fucking kidding me, man. Who the fuck plays that card? Dryad Arbor mode now. The super not exciting Dryad Arbor. Alright, let's draw mana so we can throw down some stuff and attack. Get ready for the second one of those. I bet you like the Core Spirit Dancer hand with the Leyline was just a better keep just because he's kept a handful of that card. Do I get to see the exiled cards? I do. Magus and Thoughtseers? Yikes. That Magus is going to be really good. Interesting, he's keeping up the red mana instead of the black mana. Does that mean he has Lightning Bolt? Hexproof creature right in time. Let's find out about that Lightning Bolt. Alright, not just yet. Bit of dyssynergy between the bounce lands and having main deck Magus of the Moon, right? Batterskull, Bloodstained Mire. Well, pretty fortunate there. So now he's just like exiled his Batterskull, right? Unearth, return, Season Pyromancer. This is starting to get a bit out of control here. At least Batterskull's dead. If we draw basic planes, we pretty well win. We're 1 damage off winning. Opponent's attacking with the Magus. Looks like he's probably got a second Season Pyromancer here. No. Alright. Well, attack. What's he got? Of course he's got a Stomp. We have no way to stop that. And apparently I lose totem armor? What? Dang. Well, apparently Stomp beats totem armor. If it would be destroyed, instead remove all damage and destroy the auras. So the wording is remove damage, but obviously damage prevention, damage can't be prevented, gets past that for some reason. I don't think it's explicitly worded that it should. It might just be me being a bit greedy. Just like that Stomp, it just seems so brokenly powerful. Like, it's just way too strong a card. It's shock, damage can't be prevented, and you know, and the 3/3 or 4/3 creature. Like, that card is insane. That card is so good. I'm a little bit surprised burn decks haven't been picking the card up and like playing with it, like just Boros burn. I know a lot of the prowess decks do and all of that. But I genuinely think it's probably good enough for like an actual burn deck as well. I don't know. I think we're a little bit unlucky there. Obviously, we didn't have a capable leyline hand. And opponent did show like the Stomp slash the Bone Crusher Giant. So there was a large likelihood that if we played a turn 2 core Spirit Dancer, it was going to get stomped anyway. Generally speaking, Mardu decks are pretty tough for us to beat. I think that one we versed is probably one of the easy ones because he didn't seem to be running Kaya's Guile. Opponent on a Urian control deck. I'm going to mull this, look for a creature hand. Keep this one, bottom the Spirit Link, and bada bing, bada boom, we go. Alright, Oath of Nissa, what are you getting? I can go over here. Getting a Windswept Heath. Alright, you got it. Just ship it to our opponent, and then look to play a core next turn. So this is like going to be the Saheeli Combo deck that just has like other stuff in it as well. Other good control stuff. It probably has Uro in it, for example. I'll go for a second main core Spirit Dancer here. See if we can get past some counter spells. Doesn't look like it worked. Eat Mana Lake. Maybe Remand. The deck might be running, you know, more... Oh, they're just getting a Triome? Okay. Teferi, yep, brilliant. We're versing a deck with, you know, main deck Teferi, so of course our core Spirit Dancers are useless. Beyond all belief. We're versing an 80 card deck that always has it. I'd like to just tell you that that is my experience against these Urian decks. They're running 80 cards and they're more consistent than ever. Alright, so... Misty Rainforest into what are we doing? Pretty sure this deck also runs Renin 6 as well. Oh, they've got Omnath here. Sweet. A Fetterhair Guardian? Well, that's not the biggest issue. Ugh, gas. You get to bounce my core Spirit Dancer again. Lucky me. Get ready for Saheeli Combo next turn as well. Alright, in the off chance they don't have it, I've committed a decent creature to the board. Cool. Fun, interactive game. Well, if we had a hexproof creature there, we actually probably would have won, but we had double core Spirit Dancer and they were fucking useless, so... 'Tis the life of versing a Teferi, right? I'm not even sure what I'd be trying to target out with the Seal of Primordiums. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting. Like, they can target their Utopia Sprawls, I suppose. It's kind of not the best. Path to Exile is pretty good because it kills their combo, right? Spirit Link seems kind of weak. Should just get rid of Seal of Primordium. Not going to be doing much. I think our Soul Guide Lanterns are good, right? They're Graveyard Hate. I might just bring them up here with the rest of the Graveyard Hate, though. Spirit Mantle's like reasonable, but also cost 2 mana. I think the correct number of Spirit Dancers post board is either 2 or 3. Go with 2. Just minus out our Grist Spoons here. Yeah, I think we want our Heroic Interventions, right? It can be really good to like protect our Lurus as well too. Yeah, would have been really nice if that was a Bogle hand. Would have been a completely different game. Now we got a Dryad Arbor hand, which is literally as useless as a Core Spirit Dancer hand. So we're gonna throw that. This is like so shit. It's not funny. I guess it's got a combo interaction piece. They can bounce it with their stupid Teferi though, which they'll probably always have. I think we keep it, but I'm not very happy about this. It's probably correct to mull. I don't know. This is like a real tough spot, this one. Guess we have nothing to do turn 2. We can Torp Rob. Nothing to do turn 3. We can Lurus. Think we're just Ethereal Armor here. Maybe we Torp Rob there, because then in our next turn we could do Ethereal Armor and Daybreak, and that's mana efficient. Yeah. I think we're supposed to play Torp Rob there. Opponent playing a Wall of Blossoms. Alright, sure. Alright, well, we'll just jam this one down so we can attack on through. I'm guessing they choose to chump block. Maybe they don't. Maybe they want to flicker it at some point. Alright, they take the chump block. Oath of Nissa. Well, I'm glad you're spending a mana on your turn 3 to do that. That seems good for me. Uro, yeah, great find. Beautiful. Good job. What are they doing with this 2 mana here? Another Wall of Blossoms. Alright. Attack for 8. So my guess is next turn is just Uro. I'm going to put my companion into hand now. So like, wait, no, they don't have enough cards in the graveyard to Uro next turn. Okay. Thing is, if they like tap out for a Featherhead Guardian, we're just jamming Torpor, right? Because they can do that. Yeah, bounce the Oath of Nissa normally. Get another card. Birds of Paradise. Oh, that's a bit of a brick. We might be okay. Maybe. There's no real world where our opponent blocks the attack here, so I'm just going to jam the Hyena Umbra, attack for 10. They want this to combo next turn, so they're not going to block. If they do, I mean, I'm just be happy. Alright, that one resolves. Now we really lay the pressure down here. So my opponent might go, crap, I need to deal with Torporob. They might play Birds of Paradise as a chump blocker, plus the Uro out of hand. There's the Uro. This like not overlap. That'd be great. And there's the birds. Well, I'll move that for nothing because they well, Uro's on the board permanently now. See if we can draw some trample here. Try again. I think it's pretty unlikely they're going to wrath the board at this point. It's probably okay committing Glade Cover Scout to board. Although maybe we want to play it out of our hand in a later turn after they Cryptic tap us or something. Which would be a way that we lose. Blocking with Featherhead Guardian, really? Odd. Opponent gets Renin 6. Sure. Attack, Euro trigger. We definitely block. No matter what they do, we kill his creature. Unless they have double Nature's Claim, maybe. Okay. They're just looking at playing it from the graveyard soon. No, they're pilfering the graveyard of lands with Renin 6. Noble Hierarch. Saheeli. Alright. I think we got the game, but I don't know if we'll get the match. Put a card on the bottom with Saheeli just now. Took out 2 Griffspoons. See, maybe we want to leave them in. Or leave one more in. Why is me going to my combat step warrant such a pause? Well, we'll just attack them because if we hit them, they're dead. So... Chump block, Hierarch. 3 cards left in hand as well. Starting to get down on resources. I think if we play the Scout here, we can look to potentially go wide as well. Stop them from playing all this rubbish chump blocker stuff. And yeah, I guess hopefully we don't get blown out by explosives on 1 or something. Take a while for Lurus to reset from that. It's very time Raveler, sure. Great. Perfect. Well, we lose. Yeah, fucking whatever. I don't know. Like, I felt like he got lucky. We bricked like a lot of cards there. It just didn't seem like it wanted to work for us for some reason. So, obviously, like the second coronet, the second creature, the torpor, we're looking for like actual action, actual auras, things like that. Doesn't want to draw me cards now. Lame. As for the list, it still seemed like semi-functional. We saw that main deck Soul Guide Lantern was quite good in one of the control matchups there. I think maybe... Be nice to like protect Lurrus with 1 mana rather than like a 2 mana spell. But realistically, like the only other card is Veil of Summer, and that just doesn't do what we want, and it doesn't stop white, it doesn't stop red, and those are removal spells that will be targeting it. Torpor we saw was good there. They just eventually drew a Teferi and were able to bounce it, so that sucked. Could potentially like trim on 1 Seal of Primordium for a Force of Vigor, and then look to like kill double Artifact or Enchantment, which could be good. I think I like that. Let's go with that. Other than that, I'm not like super sold on the configuration of my remaining auras here. The Spirit Mantle, the Griffspoons. Griffspoon was like kind of good in matches and kind of bad. I think the Spirit Link might be just a little bit too greedy when my aura base is so thin here. I might just want like an extra Spirit Mantle, even though it's mana expensive. Also, if I'm expecting Colossus Hammer, you might want more Spider Umbra. Depends on if they have Sigarda's Aid out, because Sigarda's Aid gives their equipments instant speed. And then you'll need flying to block their Moth Nexus. Or not. Yeah, let's just go like another Spider Umbra there. Keep it simple. Alright. I'm going to wrap the video up there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we didn't verse any Colossus Paladin Hammer. Hammer Time, whatever you want to call it. We didn't verse any of that deck today. I thought we were versing it, but it was just a Mardu Stoneblade deck instead. Unfortunately, I think we were better geared towards the Colossus Hammer Time combo. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Let me know what you think down below, everyone. Always love hearing your feedback. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. We've got daily Bogle content. And if you haven't already, looked me up on Twitter as well. Link in the description. Thank you all. I'll see you next time.